What's up, y'all? Yeah, I got the QCat. And the purpose of this video is to show you guys that you can use a Motorola XPR 6530, as you see there. Okay, it's not in emergency mode, that is scan. Okay, the radio, it's a first generation XPR. I'm sorry if it's kind of dark. I don't have too many lights on, but the radio does work. This is a UHF version. Okay, 403, 470. Okay, and this is your CPS. Okay, now the purpose of this is to show you how to go about doing it. Alright, now I'm going to open my file. Okay, so we're just going to go over here. Okay, we're going to open my file and I'm going to show you what's here. Okay, now this is kind of a step through because this code plug is the only radio, the only 6530 that you will hear on DMR. The only one. I have it. Okay, and it took me forever to figure this thing out. Okay, now as you can see, alright, that is a H55 QDC 9LA1AN. It's a Latin American radio. It took me a long time to find the software. Okay, no big deal. Alright, software is on you. You find it. That I don't give a damn where you get it at. That's on you. This is just simply to tell you how to do it. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to go into your general settings and you want to put in your call sign, things of that nature. I'm going to leave that blank because you need your own number. Okay. First thing I'm starting off with here is you see that area that says buttons. Okay, when I first did this, I try to make the orange button my zone button. Okay, you see the orange button right there? Let me stop this from scanning. Okay, I try to put that for my zone button. Okay, and I blew it into the radio and it did jack squat. As you can see right there, it says orange button zone toggle, right? The blue button, which is the top button right there, okay, that I have is my high and low power. Okay, see right there, let it focus. Okay, the next button down, the one with the white on the button, is my scan, and the last one is repeat or talk around. I put that in, couldn't figure out why the radio wouldn't do anything. Well, turns out there's a little scroll bar over here. So you gotta scroll that down, and while I look, there's more freaking options. And as you look, it's got the same exact options. Okay, the orange button is zone toggle. The no dot, okay, has high and low power. The one dot button was unassigned, and the two dot button was for talk around. And if you look real close at the radio, see there's a dot there, and there's a no dot. You got your PTT and your blue button. Apparently there are options in these radios. So when you set your buttons and you see it doesn't work, scroll down a little bit. It sounds kind of stupid, but it's honestly true. Okay. Now, something else I found with this radio, and this is something that I think everybody should use when it comes down to DMR. The radio has got a freaking Roger beep built into the radio, at least into this software. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out where the hell I found it at. Okay, but like on my radio, when I'm listening to something and somebody unkeys or a repeater drops, I even have it where on some repeaters it will drop. I will get like a courtesy tone, which is kind of cool. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do now. Okay, see, this is my contact list over here. Okay, you see all that information there? Okay, the radio is a 32 channel radio. Okay, these are all the digital contacts that have to be inputted into the radio. Okay, and well, what information is that? Okay, zoom in a little bit if I can. I don't know how to use this camera. Come on, telephoto. There you go. Alright, give it a second to focus. Okay, you see how it says Dylan PRN2? Okay, what that is, PRN down here in the south, that's what they use as like their network access code. Okay, that's like it's like a P25 term. Okay, for each one of your channels, okay, even though it's, you know, split into two time slots and all the other crap, you know, you gotta have your network access code in order to access that part of the system. Okay, so the Dylan machine, their network access code is 2. It's not focusing, of course not, but that's the number. It's number 2. That's why it's called Dylan PRN2. Okay, the next one, as you see over here, it says Dylan 310. See that right there? And all that's telling me is that when I created this group, and I'm going to tell you how to do that in a minute, the call ID is going to be 310. Or as you will see on the website, it'll say TAC 310. Or it'll say 8951. Or it will say 3100. Okay? So all I did was that when I created my channels, what I did was is that I went in and hey, let me just show you. Let me delete all these channels right here. Okay, I'm just gonna delete. Hold on, let me see if I can delete it here. Okay, let's just delete this. Okay, delete that. Are you sure? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, you go to your contacts, right? You go to where it says contacts itself. Click it once. See how it turns color? Right click. I'm sorry. Go to digital. Right click. You get the little pop-up box and it says add and sort. You want to go to add group call. That's all you want to do. Don't do private call, all call, private, dispatch. Don't do none of that. Just do group call. That's all you want to do. You hit that. Now since I just added it, you have to go down to the bottom. Okay, you see where it says call 1? You click on that and look, it just says call 1. What do? You right click it and you get cut, copy, paste, which is not an option, delete, and rename. Now depending on what repeater you're adding from the website, you can hit rename and now you can type in a little box. Okay, now 9 times out of 10 you're going to be adding, you know, some kind of 310, 3100, 27500, something to that effect. So to make it easy for yourself, you know, at least for me, you can put in the name or the area that the repeater is in. Like for example, I just deleted Dylan. Okay, Dylan, and whichever number I'm using, either 310, 3100, 27500, whatever be the case. Dylan 310. Hit that, right? And you can hit enter or tab, doesn't matter. Okay, now you just created a digital contact, but you did not tell it which NAC to use. So that's when you have to come over to this little box over here. You kind of got to double click in the box twice. Hit 310. You can't hit enter here because it'll just do this. Okay, enter doesn't do nothing. Hit tab. Okay, if you're not sure about it, just kind of go back somewhere, click, double check, and it'll say 310. Okay, you just created your first digital contact. Seems simple enough, right? Great. Now you do that over and over and over and over and over for however many channels you need to put into your radio. If you have 1,000 channels, well, you can kind of do like the cut and copy, whatever you find works for yourself. Everybody has their own way of programming. These DMR radios are way different. Okay, so we have your first digital channel. Right, now let's just stick with that digital channel. Okay, now let's go back and let's just run with the Dylan 310. Okay, I have Dylan 310 right here. Now I have to delete a channel. Okay, let's just take this. We're gonna delete this channel because I'm at my maximum. We're gonna delete that. Okay, now after you create your digital contacts, okay, skip capacity plus, skip phone, skip receive group list, skip capacity plus, go to your channels. Okay, what are your channels? Okay, if your channels are in a folder that's closed, click on that. It's going to say it may not say anything, or if you have the option, you know, where it has like a channel in it, you click zone 1. Okay, gotta give it a second. Right click, you click, and then you highlight add, and it's going to give you the option analog, digital, capacity plus, or capacity plus personality linked. All you want is digital. Screw all that other crap. If you're going for DMR on ham digital channel, that's all you want. Okay, now boom, look, it says channel 1. See right there, it says channel 1. Click on channel 1. Now here's the screen of death. Okay, it says channel 1. Your scan and roam list. Okay, we worry about this after the fact. Okay, your color code, by default it's always going to be 1 for some strange reason. Repeater slot, unless the website states which repeater slot it is, it'll be repeater slot 1. Okay, that's just the way it's going to be. Okay, now it's real simple. If you've programmed a Motorola before, you should know what to do here. Okay, alright, now you put your information in. I don't remember the Dylan frequency, so we're just going to put something in as a example. 445 no, can't go do 445. 441.1625. Okay, it's on a Splendor channels digital, kind of be to expected. You can hit tab, that's fine. Now see that group list, see where it says none or list 2. Okay, what this is, this goes back to where your digital contacts are at, over here. Okay, for whatever reason, I don't know why the stupid thing is list 2. You know, it's just how it kind of fell into place. Maybe it's something I did, I have no idea, but you know, contacts in digital, and it's just in list 2. I don't know why. Maybe it's something that the software does by default. I cannot give you an answer. Okay, so if you click on it, you know, just whatever option it gives you, because if there's not more than one list, whatever comes up is pretty much what you have to choose from, especially if you're just starting out. So you know, if it says none and list 2, well then you got to go with list 2. It's just that simple. Click that. Okay, you go over here to your transmit frequency. You know, by default it's up 5. Okay, 446.1625. Okay, hit tab, make sure that's in. Okay, now you see right here where it says contact name. Alright, now if it's your first channel, then it's going to be simple to find. Okay, but we're doing Dylan 310. Okay, so Dylan TAC 310, there it is right there. See, Dylan 310. You click on that. Okay, you can scroll down to your power level. It's on high by default. Emergency system, I don't mess with. Okay, if you want to talk around, hit the button. Okay, now you just created your first channel. Okay, now you want to go here. All right, you want to go over here to your on the channel side and just rename it, because this is gonna come in handy later. Okay, Dylan 310. Okay, hit enter. Now you see right there where it says channel pool? That's where it's gonna get interesting. What's gonna happen is, let's remove Dylan 310. Okay, we're gonna just delete this. Alright, yes. Okay, what happens in the channel pool is, if you ever done an Astro Saber in DOS, where you have to assign the zone and channels together, guess what? This DMR radio, you kind of have to do that. I programmed the radio at first, and I didn't realize that the channels have to coincide with each other. Okay, yeah, royal pain in the ass, because it's in two separate screens, and yeah, it's just a royal pain in the ass. Okay, so you go to your channel pool, click on it, just wait. Okay, right click, add, and you get the options: analog channel, digital channel, capacity plus voice, capacity plus data. You don't worry about all that crap, especially if you just ham DMR, digital channel. It kind of disappears off, and it'll say channel 1. Okay, click on that. Now look, doesn't that look familiar? It's the same screen, you just entered in the information. So you go back, you want to rename it, okay, to Dylan 310. Hit enter. Okay, now look, comes up Dylan 310. Okay, now you gotta re-enter in all the information again. 441 decimal 1625 tab. There goes your group list again. Okay, list 2. Okay, go back over here. 446 1625. Okay, and then your contact name, and then you gotta look for it, Dylan 310. There you go. Now, see, talk around. See, you have to re-enable everything that you just did. I don't know why it's like that. Okay, so this is your channel pool. Okay, this is your channel pool here. Okay, and then if you scroll up, you have your channel pool in your zones. It's 2 separate spots. Okay, now if you're creating a fresh code plug, like you just bought the radio, you've read it, and you're watching this video and you're going, how the hell do I program this thing? Okay, you read your radio first. Always read your radio first. Save the code plug in case you make a mistake, you need the fresh start, but you should probably know that if you are dealing with Motorola radios anyway. Okay, so say all this information over here is all generic. It just says channel 1, channel 1, channel 1, channel 1, and it's all on 403. What you can do is you can simply, in your regular channels, not the zone, in your regular channels, you can just right click and delete, and you can wipe them all out. Okay, you can hit yes to that. Okay, there is a way to do this quicker, but you have to hold the shift button and click each individual channels. You cannot highlight all the channels. I don't know why it won't. See, no matter where you click, it won't allow you to highlight. Okay, like if I try to do this and drag, it won't do it. You have to, you know, hold shift and click for each individual channels. That's hard to do while holding a camera. Okay, so you've created your digital contact. You know, you want to see your digital, right? Right click, add group call. Okay, that's all you got to do. You find out where it went. It'll always by default say call 1. You click it, right click, rename appropriately with whatever tone you may be using: 310, 27, 500, 444, 99 million, whatever it be. That's what you put in there. and you hit enter, and then from there you go to the little box and you simply put in whatever you want to use. Okay, let's say 444. I heard that somewhere and I'm just using that for example. You hit tab, okay, and that's it. Okay, so let's say we're using 444 up in New York City. So you can go, the heck? Hold on a second. Okay, rename NYC 444. Okay, so then when you go to your channel that you created that's using that, let's just use this Dylan 310. You know, say that this was NYC 444. Darn it. Hold on. NYC 444. Okay, if you named it that and it says that in the screen, when you go to your contact name after you enter in the information, you can just scroll down or scroll up and look for where it says NYC 444, and you click it and there you go. So that's the contact name. Okay, remember, you must do this for your channels in the zone, and you must do it in the channel pool. You do not have a choice. If not, radio won't drive, won't know what to do with itself. Okay, now it's a 32 channel radio. Okay, each one of these codes occupies a channel. 3174 is a channel, 8951 is a channel, 3100, 310, PRN2, those are all channels. Okay, so if your particular repeater has 7 of these codes, then that's 7 channels that will be, you know, dedicated to that one repeater. Okay, that's why a lot of these new DMR radios are 1,000 channels, because there's a lot of stuff that goes with them. Alright, so keep that in mind. So say that you've got your first 16 channels done. Okay, you got 16 channels up here in zone 1, and you got 16 channels in your channel pool. How the hell do you get that other zone in there? Well, I kind of found this out by accident, and I don't know how I did it. I think I went to channel pool. Okay, you see how it takes a second. I right clicked on where it says channel pool itself, on the little box. See right there? Give it a second. Right click, add, and then I don't know how I did it. I kind of did it by accident. I've yet to figure out how I did it, but I've got the second zone in there, and I'll be damned if I know how it worked. Okay, so somewhere within here you got to do the right click. Alright, that's pretty much the gist of it. Okay, again, real quick, contacts, digital, wait for it, right click, add, group call. Do your group call, find where it says, you know, call 1, you click on it, you put your number in, whatever that number may be. Okay, this one is K4ITL Southeast 3174, and go on to the next. Once you did that, go to your channels. Okay, rename your channel or whatever you want to do with it. This is K4ITL 310. Put the frequency in, choose your group list. Your contact name has the PL or whatever number it is that you need to access that particular side of the repeater. Choose that, move on to the next channel. It's repetitive, that's all it is. And then after that, you go down to your channel pool and make sure that you re-enter in the information in. So if channel 1 is K4ITL 310, then in your channel pool, K4ITL 310 should be in the same spot. So if you have K4ITL 310 at the top in channel 1, zone 1, and in your channel pool you have K4ITL 27500, you got a problem. See what I'm saying? It's not going to drive. So you have to make sure that you have those talking to each other. All right. After you get that done, that's basically it. From there, you simply blow it into the radio. Okay. If you want it to scan, you can go to your scan list. See right there where it says scan list 1. Radio will only scan 16 channels. It's dumb. I don't understand why. So you select your first 16 channels. It's going to be there by default. So you can just click here once and just keep clicking add until you hit 15 channels. You don't even get the full 16. It's like the old GP300s where channel 16 was scanned. That's the way I used to set mine up. That's that. After you set your scan list, then you can go back to your channels, and then you go at the very top up there. See where it says scan roam list, and you hit scan list 1. It's your only option because the roam list doesn't work. So for each of your 16 channels, you put that information in. Just click it. It's none, roam list, scan list 1. Scan list 1 for all your 16 channels. Select it and blow it into the radio. It sounds simple, but again, it's repetitive, and you have to make sure that you pay attention, especially with the regular channels in zone 1 and your channel pool. I could be wrong in saying this, but if it's anything like the Astros, because I programmed the radio and the radio didn't know what the hell it was doing until I looked at it, because they were just thrown anywhere, and well, that kind of was a problem. So do it that way, you have no issues. Connect your radio up, and the programming cable hooks and then screws, not screw then hook, hooks then screws. Turn your radio on. Okay, hold on, the radio is actually on. Okay. Okay. Oh, my battery's dying. Okay, and then when you put the cable on, the radio and the computer will give you indication that it's working. All right, that's if you have the right cable. I'm not getting into that. It's your radio. You should have the right cable and the right software. Whatever combination you may have or may not have, that's on you. After you do that, after you get the radio blown in and you have the right information in the radio, the key thing you want to hear is not that. Okay, that's what you don't want to hear. You want to hear the talk tone. See, that's kind of in an RFO. See, that's the noise you don't want to hear. I gotta find one that I can actually hit. See, that's what you don't want to hear. It's one of those things you got to move around 3 inches and find that sweet spot in 440. Okay, but that's the gist of it, and I can't hit nothing, as you can hear. Alright, hope this helps. Leave a comment. If anything is wrong, let me know. I will be glad to clarify. Enjoy the video. Hope it helps.